Tied at 1 as we head to the second inning here at Polar Park. It's a big day at the ballpark. We've got a bevy of guests lined up, including the president of Framingham State University here in the booth. It's Nancy Niemi. Thanks so much for coming up, Nancy.
Well, thanks for inviting me. It's a great night at the park.
Well, you're a pro at this because you were up here last year, so this is a natural thing for you.
Well, I love baseball, and you're right. I was here last year, so I got a little bit of practice.
There's a big group of alumni and staff down in the Shaw's home bullpen terrace tonight as this pitch is lined to left off the bat of Rutherford, and that'll rattle around in the corner. And Rutherford going after that first pitch and lines an opposite field double to begin the inning.
We brought you up here for some luck. I mean, come on.
Sorry about that. You do know that I'm a Red Wings fan from a long time ago, so I don't know. Maybe it's rubbing off that way too.
Well, you gotta come to the right side here.
Exactly. Oh no, I've been a Boston fan for a very long time. So.
And you've been out to this ballpark quite a bit since the first open.
Oh, it's a beautiful park, and it's a great place. It's easy to access. You can see from every sight line. It's just a wonderful place to go.
Now, enough about us. What about you guys? Tell us what's new and what's going on at Framingham State.
Well, appropriate to tonight, we have a new sport management major, which is part of our hospitality program. People are coming out again after COVID. They're enjoying themselves, and so it was an appropriate time. We could build on what we already had in the business program, and we've got people who are clamoring to major in sport management, and there are lots of jobs. So we were happy to do that.
There's that group. First base side tonight. As Jake Knoll sends this one to center, racing over Rafael, and he's got it for out number 1 here in the second.
I was reading the material. Proudly public, truly transformative. That's the new motto. What does that mean to you?
It means that we are not afraid to say that we're public. Sometimes people think that that's a negative, and we are absolutely proud to be public. We serve our community, we serve the Metro West area, our Commonwealth, and so we really want to put it forward and make sure that people know that we're absolutely proud to be part of that community and serve them well with education. And transformative, you get education, you can do anything with it.
Very nice.
Yeah, we love it.
Nancy Niemi, the president of Framingham State University, joining us here in the broadcast booth, and we hear that you guys have an outstanding art museum and community art school at Framingham State. Why don't you tell us about that too?
Certainly. I was just there this afternoon. We are oversubscribed. We have kids and teenagers and parents just coming out of the woodwork. The museum is now a couple of years old with us, actually about 5 years old, as part of Framingham State, and so we've got a museum and the art school and summer arts program, but it's really part of being part of the community, and it's a treasure to be able to go there. You can go and just enjoy some really cutting-edge art, and you can make art with our classes, and it's just an expansion of what we serve for our community, and it's a wonderful place to be.
I gotta ask, and I was in college just a few years ago. I lived a little bit of COVID when I was in it, and I'm curious, being in it, and obviously being in charge of it in your case. I mean, are we back? Does that feel like a long time ago in a college sense, or are there still effects of it?
I think that's a good question. I think there are still effects of it, and we don't know. We assumed that after the major threat was over, that students in particular, would come running back to get out of their parents' houses. Not so. They still, I think, got used to being there. Maybe they got used to somebody doing laundry, or it was just cheaper. But we could have more people coming to live with us again. And I think so also, too, people wanted to take classes online and aren't sure that they're really ready to come back. So I think there are effects that are going to be around with us for a while.
That's really interesting. I mean, that makes sense to me, having lived it.
Yeah.
But it's not an easy thing to just snap your fingers and go back to where it was.
No.
3-2 the count on Drew Millis. Switching and catcher for Rochester with Rutherford at second base. That's fouled away first base side. I think we're kind of burying the lead here too, because we can't not do this interview with you, Nancy, and not bring up Mike Antonellis. Obviously, Framingham State employee. He's over in the radio broadcast booth tonight. He is an esteemed colleague of ours, and also of you too.
Yes, absolutely. He's part of our development staff, and he's
there he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Hello, Mike.
Fly ball cracked to left center. Brayu and Rafaela converging. It's Willier taking charge and making the catch. Rutherford tagging the throw to third base. Fitzgerald the tag. He's safe. Rutherford with some aggressive base running there, but just barely able to get in there with the slide.
Yeah, do you think Mike Antonellis does a better job for you or for us? Because he's doing a pretty good job here.
I think he gets the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
He really does. And I get the best of both worlds. I have people who love baseball, and they work with me and with you. I love it.
How cool is it to be able to see, you look down there and you see a lot of alumni, you see the staff, but then at the same time, you see the new wave of students that are going to be coming in probably next month, right? That are going to be moving in. How cool is that to see both sides of it?
It really is.
This is in the year to center again.
Yep.
1, 2, 3 after the leadoff double. Go the Red Wings. Nancy Niemi, thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you for inviting me. This was wonderful. Always a pleasure.
We go to the bottom of the second here at Boulder Park. Tied at 1 here in Worcester.